Batung Dumalan. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love and support. And if you're seeing my face for the first time, I go by the name of Ndoleng, also known as Snow or Snowy. And welcome. So today I am doing a sit-down video. I'm going to talk about 5 things you can expect as an EPIK teacher. EPIK being English program in South Korea. So if you are planning to come to South Korea as an EPIK teacher, this is for you. Before I get into it, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe and share with your friends. This might be valuable information to somebody else. Right? Okay, let's get into it without wasting any time. Okay. So if you see me looking down, I have my notes here. So number one, when schools close, like during summer or winter vacation, we don't close. Like we don't necessarily close. You know, like back in South Africa where when it's the school holidays, even the teachers don't go to work, it does not apply in South Korea for us English teachers. All right. I don't know if it's the same concept even with Korean teachers, but I think so because, I mean, it's vacation time now and I'm literally the only teacher in school or at work. Nobody else is here. So yeah, when schools close, you don't necessarily close. If you want to stay home, you have to use your vacation days. So if you don't apply for leave, you come to work. You sit here and you just figure it out. You figure it out. So yeah, if you want to go on holiday during the school holidays or vacation time, you have to apply for a leave, right? You don't just sit home because the schools are closed. Unfortunately, you have to come to work. You have to work your 8 hours. That's just how our contracts are set up. All right. I know it sounds unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, some people look at it in a sense like you are getting paid for nothing, for not doing anything, which is kind of true, but like you're still here, so it's not for nothing. You still wake up and you still come to work. Which now leads me to point number 2, which is desk warming. Okay, I need you guys to be prepared because desk warming is a real thing. So now let me give you a scenario. So let's say the schools are closing for 6 weeks. Okay. And also we have 26 vacation days. So you have 26 days of leave on your contract for the whole year. You just need to be very careful. You need to plan around with your days and be very careful. And yeah, essentially plan on how to, don't just take one day off here and there and because you might suffer. But anyway, so let me give you a scenario, right? So let's say schools are closing or vacation time is 6 weeks. Ne? If you're not taking your leave, if you don't apply for leave, you will come to work for 6 weeks and do nothing. That's desk warming is essentially coming to work and sitting here and doing nothing. What I'm doing right now, desk warming, the kids are not here. I'm not teaching. The schools are closed. It's winter vacation. I didn't apply for leave, so I had to be here. I'm working those 8 hours. I just need to be creative with my time. Which honestly, I mean, what type of creativity is required here? What type of creativity is required here? Now I watch Netflix the whole day. I take naps here and there. But like, do you get it? Like, you figure it out. So that's this for me. And then point number 3 is vacation camp. Yeah, vacation camp. Vacation camp. So there's summer vacation and there's winter vacation. Or summer vacation camp or winter vacation camp. But it's camp essentially. So camp is almost like extra classes after the schools close. So some schools do have their camp like during the last weeks of the school year, if I should say, just before the school closed. But most schools have their camp after the schools have closed. So just like now, my schools closed on the 24th of December, and then camp started on the 29th of December. So the following week, I had camp. So now camp is mandatory for me, but it's not mandatory for who? The kids. So if only one student signs up for camp, I'm coming here for one student. Because now I have to do camp. The kids don't have to. It's optional for the students. It's not optional for me. But however, it's not all schools that require English teachers to have camp. Some schools really don't have camp. I have a friend who doesn't have any camp. Like her school does not, she just doesn't have camp. Or do anything to not have camp. But then it means I desk home for a long time. Hey, this whole thing in J is just not sitting right with me. It's not sitting well with me. But it is what it is. So yeah, I have camp for 2 weeks. Some people would have camp for 3 days, some people 4 days, some people 5 days. It essentially depends on your school, right? Yeah, camp. Okay, point number 4. You may or may not have multiple schools, meaning you may or may not have more than one school that you teach at, right? So I have 2 schools. I have a main school and I have a travel school. So a main school, this is my main school. This is where I desk home. I desk home at my main school. So my main school is where, all my official documents will come to. Everything happens here. They are my employer, essentially. My main school is the school that is written on my contract. Okay, so the other one is a travel school, which I only go twice a week, Thursdays and Fridays. So I come to my main school Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, and then Thursday and Fridays I go to my other school. So now here's the thing about having more than one school. You get paid extra. It's nice. I honestly don't mind my schedule. Truly, I don't mind my schedule because I like all my kids, and I have a good time at my travel school. I'm not gonna lie. I have a good time. Okay, I like those kids, and I just like the environment there. I'm not saying I don't like it here. I'm just saying, Jay, I don't have an issue with having more than one school, especially with that school. All right, some people have 3 schools, 4, 5. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it is possible. I think it's rare, but it is possible. So if you're applying or you have applied to come to South Korea to teach with EPIK, just be aware that you may have more than one school. But if you're placed in like a big city and you may have one school, it's highly possible for you to just have one school because it's a bigger city, meaning that the schools are bigger. So the reason why I have more than one school is because both my schools are very small and they're in the countryside, meaning in the rural areas. Oh, also, while in the rural area, if you're placed in a rural area, you get paid extra. So they pay you for the inconvenience of living where there's really not much happening, So yeah, I do get paid extra for having 2 schools, and I also get paid extra for being in the rural areas. So and I get paid for it, which I don't mind. But I mean, it sucks sometimes, but we make it work. So yeah, 2 schools, and yeah, it's like I have very small schools, like small. When I say small, I mean small. Like in total at my main school, I have 11 kids. Like I teach 11 kids, and there are 11 kids. No, there are 12. There's only one second grader, which I'm not teaching. So I teach from 3rd to 6th grade. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the grades that I teach. There is one student who is in 2nd grade. I don't teach her, but I do. Oh, wait. Okay, I think I'm giving you guys many points, but see, this is not an official point, but also do expect to have after school classes. After school classes are just to cover for those hours, because we are expected to teach like not more than 22 hours per week. It can be less though. If your school likes you, you can teach less than 22 hours or have less than 22 classes in a week if you're lucky. So some schools would use like extra classes to cover up for those hours. All right, so now an extra class is like you don't teach after hours. No, it's still within your time at work. So I work from 9 a.m. No, actually my time is like 8:40, but I start teaching at 9 a.m. So from 8:40 until 4:40, everything happens within that time. So I would maybe have like English lessons, like normal English lessons until 12 p.m., 12 noon. And then I would have my extra classes from like 1 p.m. Right? So everything happens within the time while I'm still at work. So doesn't mean that just because it's an extra class, it happens after working hours. No, it's still within your working hours. So yeah, I feel like I'm rambling. What was I saying about 2 schools? Yeah, expect to have more than 1 school. Just be prepared. Just be prepared. You may have more than 1 school. Okay, and then the last one. I feel like this one it was a shock for me. And I would like to believe it was also a shock for many people who have experienced it. All right. It is very possible for you to have special needs students. All right. I don't mean like, okay, I don't know how to say this, but like special needs, like students who have like learning disabilities and so forth, like your ADHD or, kids who are on the spectrum. And it's very possible. It is very possible. And it was a shock for me because back in South Africa, we have schools that are designed for learners like that. And I think it works best like that because also the teachers who work there are people who are trained to deal with, special needs learners and so forth. I'm not trained. I do not have the skills. So it's kind of like you learn as you go and you just have to figure it out. But it is a very possible thing. I don't understand it, but I don't have to understand it. It's not my country. I'm here to work, and that's what I've been doing. But I have a couple of students like that, but I'm not necessarily struggling. The teachers do assist here and there, or mostly actually. Let me not say here and there. So I'm not like really like having a hard time with those kind of students. So yeah, I don't think I should speak more because I'll start talking about irrelevant things. Yeah, I said 5, and I think I gave you guys my 7. I gave you guys my 7. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends. And I really do hope that you found this information valuable. All right. Thank you. Bye.